Township News 1, hosted by AC Justice, bringing you the best in news and entertainment. Let's give thanks to our special guests. Remember, we do all sides, the accused, the accuser, and then we fact check. And also, a special edition of Crime Grind. Let's get ready to be informed. Join us. Township News 1, all copyrights reserved.
Welcome to Japan Community Life Magazine. We're here today in a development, finding out exactly what it is that they are into and what they're doing. We have a young man who's up from Miami. Okay, we're going to find out what their mission is and why they're getting involved in the communities. So let me introduce him, and then we're going to find out what it is that he's exactly doing and why he's doing it. Your name is?
Wayne Rollins.
Wayne Rollins. Okay, Mr. Rollins, tell me a little bit about your program, and then of course about you.
Yeah, Walking One Stop. It's an initiative that started in 2010 in Miami-Dade County. Specifically, we started in the Liberty City area where there were high incidents of gun and gang violence. And the Walking One Stop that brings federal, state, and local resources to the doorstep of residents in the traumatized area. So we bring jobs, we bring health care programs, we bring child care programs, we bring trauma services, counseling, whatever the individual might need from the federal, state, and local government, we bring those services right to their doorstep, and then we follow up to make sure that they receive the services that they requested.
So you're pretty much a one-stop.
One stop.
One stop. And I'm sure it took you some time to put all this together to get these connections, because apparently it ain't easy getting the right team together and developing it. Now, how many years have you been doing this?
Since 2010, so this is our 8th year. We've done over 100 Walking One Stops in Miami-Dade County, and this is the first Walking One Stop in Orange County.
Okay, so you're moving up this way further south, and your goal is to cover the entire Florida?
The entire nation.
Entire nation, okay.
And that's to beyond, because there are other countries that can benefit from this too. Wherever you have people that are traumatized by war or violence, and they need access to resources and they don't know how to access these resources, Walking One Stop is the way to bring them up.
Okay, Walking One Stop, and then you gave me some of the basics. Let me ask you this. What is the main mission and what is your goal? Your bottom line, your goal, what is that?
To reduce shootings and homicides. That's the number one goal. And by improving the quality of life of people, increasing the economics of the area, and increasing the healing from trauma, that people can heal from some of the trauma, and that it won't manifest itself in other violence in the future. So these are some of the secondary things. But the number one thing is to reduce shootings and homicides.
So let me ask you this. I gather you're working with the police department, you're working with the local governments, and you're working with the community, all three. What do you find, and let's get down to it because everybody knows I do all three sides. What exactly do you find that's the biggest issue as far as reaching the community, the youth, the ones who are doing the things as well as getting them out of it and trying to bring them? What is your biggest struggle right now that you would say you need more people on board?
Yeah, credible messages. You know, we need people that can relate to the children in a way that they understand. So, and it's not always comfortable for governments or nonprofit organizations to work with people that serve a lot of time in prison, or they used to be gangbangers themselves, but they transform their lives. But they can reach some of these children where, maybe I can't, but they can.
So let me ask you this then. Would you say, as I always say, it's the mindset of the individual, it's the way their heart is, that's where you got to change first, or do you believe other stuff? I spoke to one guy interviewed, he talked about housing, he talked about getting them better jobs, but I still say, if the mindset is one thing, you got to change that first, because no matter what you do, it goes right back to the mindset. So, not giving you my version, would you say that that's pretty much some of the meaning that you guys got to work on changing that mindset?
It's the mindset, but before the mindset is education. So how do we change the mindset? Through education.
Correct.
This is really going to be the key thing is people need knowledge to be able to change. Because if you don't have any knowledge, how are you going to be able to make that change? You don't have the capacity to make that change unless you have the education to do it. So part of it is educating an individual on how to make that change, because some people don't know how.
Making them aware of who they are and what they stand for.
Definitely.
Okay.
And where they came from. You know, because as African Americans, we lost that. You know, my last name is Rollins. I don't think that was my last name of my ancestors back in Africa. You know what I mean? So somewhere along the line there was a interruption
A disconnect.
in our history.
Well, you know what, that's one thing I will say we're working on with some of the museums, is we want to do small skits. We want to do things that's going to bring the knowledge around to basically who you are and what you are. When you understand where you came from. Now remember, back in time they used to have camps up in Baltimore where they used to have the mothers mate with this guy, and they kept them pregnant. In other words, you might as well say it was almost like housing cattle. And then they'd sell them because they stopped going over to Africa to get slaves. It was more cheaper to make them here, produce them here. So in a way, all of us could be related. Or not in a way, we are. Because you could be my cousin down the line, and I don't even know it, but your great-great-grandfather slept with my mother, or my great-grandpa. So all of this is entwined, and I think by getting the knowledge out in a way that they can understand and hold value to themselves, makes them move forward. But I'm interviewing you, I'm not interviewing me this time. But anyway, that's where the work that we have to do. So I agree with you on that. Now, once the mindset and the knowledge is there, then I believe in my heart we can begin to move forward. Other than that, we're going to stay the same. So I think what you guys are doing is moving things forward in that direction. Now, you got phase one. I'm sure you got phases on what you're doing. Phase one is knocking on the door and doing the walks. What is your phase two that the public can look forward to?
You know, actually, it's 4 phases.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to get to the third one, so you beat me. We're good.
You know, prevention.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that means you just keep children on the straight path right from the beginning, so they never encounter the criminal justice system.
And what is prevention? Break that down.
For example, going to the daycare centers and reading to children.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they see a young man like yourself, dressed nicely, professional, reading to them. And we know that a child that is read to becomes a better reader. The children from the affluent areas tend to go into kindergarten with a 2,000 word vocabulary more than the children from the urban areas. So right off the bat, you're at a disadvantage, and it's hard for you to compete. And if you're not a fluent reader by 3rd grade, the likelihood of you encountering the criminal justice system goes up tremendously. So reading and education is very basic, but it's a key for prevention. Okay.
Now, what about, not to cut you off, but this is what I found even down here. There are people in their 40s and 50s that I have encountered, even down here in Florida as well as up north, that cannot read, cannot understand, can't even sign their name, and yet they're still out there. Somewhere along the line, the ball got dropped. Now, whether or not they thought education was this, but now they in a bind. Are you going to have something for the older ones who are getting either scammed out of their money, don't know this, don't know that? Are we going to have education for them too to start learning how to read? Because a lot of them can't.
Yes. Well, our 4th element, I'm going to skip from the second and third to the 4th, is reentry. So people that they couldn't read, they got involved with the criminal justice system, they got locked up, now they're coming back into the community. So we work with them while they're incarcerated, paying them for the release.
So you go to the prison.
Right, go into the prison, get them their GED, get them literate, so that they can read, take advantage of every single positive program that's available to them. Sometimes it's not much, but whatever's there, let them take advantage of the programs. So when they are released back home to their families, that they can stand a chance and they can get a job, have a good vocation, they can earn a good living, and never have to return back to prison.
Now, of course, you just meet me. So we have a show called Crime Grind, where we do a lot of the different things dealing with the police officers, looking into who stole what. Let me ask you something. If somebody has a problem when they come out because they went in jail for the crime, but they didn't commit, and they found out they were innocent and they got out. Now their mind is still messed up because they're hurt over a year, 2, 3 years. Where are we going to reach those people at to make sure that they're not so bitter? How do you have a program for even that?
Yeah, we work with counselors that can assist with behavioral health. You know, sometimes you need to talk to somebody to go through these issues. As African Americans, we tend not to want to go to a psychologist or whatever and say, I'm not crazy, you know.
Well, yeah, because to admit it means I got a decision that I got to tell myself that I'm a nut.
Exactly, but that's not the case.
Mhm.
We need to talk to we need to get it out, because as long as the trauma of whatever happened, falsely incarcerated or being beat up as a child or domestic violence
Or rape, and that seems to be in our
Male
community a
and
whole
female.
lot. Male, you're correct.
Male.
And nowadays, of course, you got women doing that, raping too. So
women,
we can't.
women, you got it all, but it's all trauma.
Mm.
And if that trauma is not dealt with, it just manifests itself to a point where you become the perpetrator. Like there's one
Or you can get bitter, and then you're hateful towards a lot of people.
There's one young man that we work with in the prison. He's been locked up a long time. But he said that when he was in Head Start, 4 years old, he got a gang beat down from the other 3 and 4 year olds in Head Start. I'm like, and then, you know, the men in his life said, man up, gotta be a man, fight back. And so then that pain and that trauma that he suffered as a 4-year-old now manifests himself in him becoming the perpetrator, because he got victimized. And we see that all the time, that the victim becomes the victimizer if you don't deal with that trauma, if you don't heal from that trauma. So yeah, we have counselors that can help you get through some of the hurt and the pain of the trauma that you may have suffered in prison or
out there in the public.
or even at home.
So basically, you have something for those who have maybe gotten locked up for the crime they did, and those who may have been there for the crime they didn't do. A lot of times, people are in the area, and they done got locked up, and that's what I'm talking about, because they sit and watch something. So you're there, you're part of it. That's the way the law works. And as we move forward, you understand that we are getting into the different laws that were set aside and that were doing things. I heard something the other night on TV that kind of shocked me, that they did have different laws for gangs. And if you're affiliated with the gang, you wind up getting locked up if you're affiliated with it. Now, there's a lot of people that got in gangs because of the neighborhood, the climate that they're in.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to figure a way to reach that climate and change it. And that's a tough job. So I think you're going to need more volunteers, probably more help. And of course, we want to cover who's coming on board and what they're doing to come on board. Now, let me ask you this question. In the process of that, we skipped over stage 3. So I've got to go back. Let's get my stage 3. All right?
Okay, we skipped stage 2. Also, stage 2 is intervention.
Intervention. Go ahead.
Intervention. So that is dealing with people that are already victimized or are gang involved or some group involved. So walking alongside is one of our interventions. And then we also have what we call positive peer leadership mentoring. So we start to build credible messages. So, maybe you used to be in a gang or still are in a gang. You have leadership skills, maybe. So now how we take those leadership skills and flip them from negative to positive? How can we now get you to impact your peers in a positive way instead of in a negative way?
Now, will I be able to, in the future, get with you again and you introduce us to somebody who you have changed their entire life?
Anytime.
Okay, because drugs isn't, as I did in one of my shows, a black or white thing or whatever. Drugs now is an everything thing. And as one of our programs going to be going, it has been said that a lot of the drugs come from the black neighborhoods. Okay, so I have a friend in Baltimore and different places. We're looking for the yachts and the planes and the factories. So if you in your travels or walking the street can find this for us, we'd be glad to report it, because if it's going to be said that we have all of this, I need to know. Maybe it's like Batman, you swoop in over a house and you drop down and you go on the ground. We need to find these factories. So in honesty, I need you to help me and I'm gonna keep in touch with you because you're gonna be working with gang members and people out there. I need to find the factories in which the drugs are being made, okay? Because it's not like it is on the movies, where you got a whole hotel with about 50 guns outside. That doesn't exist. I don't know no places that I've been, even in D.C., that I have seen a huge hotel with 50 guns outside, and the police can't go there, and it's a factory with a bunch of naked women in there, sitting there, handing out drugs. Now, you're gonna have to show me that now. If that's there, that's one up, as I say. Okay, well, look, now, see, here's the problem with that. Hollywood presents this thing, and you've got a lot of people that actually believe, and they've said it on TV, and you've got officials that actually believe that we bring in drugs into the neighborhoods. I need to find out how we get in the drugs if they're coming out of our neighborhoods. So in your travels, all jokes aside, I need to know where the factories at, the airplanes, and the helicopters, and the ships that are bringing this stuff in, if you run across. Just send us the address. We'd be more than there with the cameras, because as I said, all three sides. We've been accused of it. Okay? So now I want to interview the accusers, because they're already out there. Now we got the accused, which you're going to help me, and then we're going to fact check. So I need to know where is all of this at, if we have it. Let's call this thing what it is. I haven't seen it yet, and I rode through neighborhoods. So we're going to take the cameras. Next month, we're going to ride through, and I'm going to get out and ask people where's the factories and the ships and all of this stuff at that we supposed to have to find. Now, have you in your travels found the ship?
No.
Have you seen any factories?
No.
Okay, how about some cars and some tractor trailers bringing it in the neighborhood so we can sell it out in the neighborhood?
Not at all.
Okay, so is it safe to say that that's propaganda?
It's safe to say.
Okay, so you haven't seen it?
I have not.
Okay. What have you seen? Because see, I know that people sell them, but it's got to be spliced. There's a huge thing, and we'll do a story on that. Help me. What you see? We got cars. Have you seen transporting out there? Have you seen this massive airline that comes in from Cuba that they claim? Have you seen any of that? And the guys who you talk to change, have they mentioned any of it? No drugs at all.
I mean, drugs are being sold.
Oh, drugs are being sold, but I'm saying.
The people that bring it in on the ships and whatnot, they don't look like us.
Okay. The safe to say. But they come in our neighborhoods, correct? And they drop it off there, and then we've been claiming to be the ones who bring the drugs in the U.S. So it's propaganda. Now, we don't have all sides. We only have the accused, and now I'm talking with a gentleman who's been out on the road. Next time you're out on the road, we're going to follow you to the ones. Now, if you get word on it, you call me back. You know what I'm saying? You let me know where this thing is at. Now, give me stage 3.
Stage 3 is suppression. So suppression is where we do something interesting called group violence intervention, or CALLIT. What we do is through intense data, we identify the individuals that are most likely to shoot or be shot. And because in the communities where there's high incidence of violence, it's only about 1% or less of the people that are actually engaged in that type of violence. So if you identify who those individuals are, you call them in. For me, we want to sit down and we want to talk with you. You're not going to be arrested, you just want to sit down here and talk with you. And there's a moral voice of the community. Maybe a mother's parents that raise children, clergy, a person that was formerly incarcerated that's turned their life around, a person that's been victimized, by violence. And we give them a unified talk, dignified, respectful, but a voice that we're not going to tolerate any more violence in our community. So, with that said, you have an opportunity now to take advantage of all these resources. Like you see with Walking One Stop today, we bring all these resources to the doorstep. We do the same thing inside a room with these individuals that have been identified as the ones that are most likely to shoot or be shot. Let them know that we don't want to see you in prison. We don't want to see you dead. And we don't want to see you killing anybody else in the process. So we will help you by providing access to education program, job program, vocational program, behavioral health, social security, whatever you need to live crime free, not shoot anybody else, we will do that for you. And if you don't want to take advantage of it, then there's 2 programs.
Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get back out. Of course, we're going to get more information on you. This is just the start of the mini-series that's going to be going on, following you guys. And of course, you can go to Japan Community Life Magazine. Soon you're going to be getting updates on everything that they're doing and things that they have coming up as far as events. Thank you for your time. We'll be right back.